今戻りました。
Welcome back, Chris.
おかえり、クリス。
Hey.
あ、紫。ご飯の前にお菓子食べてる。
Oh, yeah, I know it's bad, but give Murasaki a break.
すまない。有坂先生が食べると言うから。
No. Murasaki hides behind Sensei, using Sensei as the shield.
私のせいですか？あら先生、こんな時間にお珍しい。先生はこちらで何を？
Oh yeah, I mean earlier we saw what was that? We saw Haruto interrogating Maki, right? And then earlier I said, I think Maki said something about what was that? Something about someone told me that same line before. Yeah, that was Rena who said that, right? So yeah.
はい、カウンセリングです。レナさんが妹さんと喧嘩をしたようなので。
Oh, okay.
そうですか。では先生もよかったら一緒に食事していかれませんか？いいんですか？はい、今日はたくさん料理を作りますのでご遠慮はいりませんよ。
Yeah, and I think Maki will and Haruto will also join in later. Yeah.
じゃあお言葉に甘えて。では今から作り始めますのでもう少々お待ちください。
Oh, you're making me hungry, Chris. Even though I've just eaten.
何かお手伝いしましょうか？大丈夫ですよ。私の仕事を取らないでください。
No, Chris, we can always help.
はいあ、クリス帰ってきた。ご飯は？
Hey, calm down, Rena. We haven't even cooked yet.
今から作ります。今日はごちそうですよ。稲垣姉妹が食べずに帰ってしまったのでその分たくさん食べてくださいね。
I hope you're hungry. Of course, Rena's always hungry.
やったー！食べる食べる。
Yeah, 食べる。
レナさん、寝てなくていいんですか？
When it comes to food, she can't sleep. Hey, didn't you pay attention or was she there? She always snuck out during midnight to have ramen. Well, you were there, right?
大丈夫ですよ。死ぬような怪我じゃないですね。
Well, you look badly hurt though.
レナは特別頑丈だからね。普通は死んでると思うよ。
True. True.
いや、でも多分私もあの子もお互いに相手を殺す気なんてなかったしね。
I can see that. But that was a pretty epic fight still.
そもそも相手を殺そうと思ったら殴り合いになんてなりません。一瞬で決着がついてしまうのが大半です。
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
だいたいあれだけ打ち合って致命弾を一発ももらってない時点でお察しですよね。まあそうやって殴り合ってる途中でチラチラと相手の隙が見えるたびにこいつ本当に殺してやろうかなってチリッと電気が走るみたいに思うことは何度かありましたけどね。
Okay, but the fact that you didn't kill her means it's a miracle?
妹さんって射撃が苦手で本当の妹じゃないって言ってた妹さんですよね。
Yeah, they aren't related by blood.
はい。
Just so-called sisters when they were raised in the institute.
養成所時代は泣き虫でどうしようもない子だったんだけどすっごい大きくなっててびっくりした。昔は私より小さかったのにな。
That's what puberty does to some people. Oh, are we seeing Maki now? Oh. Okay, we're seeing more of the past. Okay, this is kind of an interesting setting. In the past. This setting looks like, I don't know, it looks looks like London. Because this doesn't really look like Japanese. Or maybe it's the tone, I don't know. Yeah, but this looks like some deserted streets in London or something like that. And then there's this old car, or this kind of what, Chevrolet muscle car, those kind of cars. Yeah. 12% of all orphan children are admitted to government or civil institutions. Of the remaining 88%, 16% die of starvation or illness within 2 years, and 72% are simply left to roam the streets. Many of these street kids live in beggar colonies. They get by either through physical labor or by selling their bodies. Even if they go begging at churches or make weekly visits to their local soup kitchens, not all street kids can keep themselves fed. Petty crime becomes second nature. They often end up descending to theft and murder. Yeah, the government might recognize there are problems the way things are, but they have no means of solving them. If they were given loads of welfare money, no one would bother working in the first place. The authorities must have felt that if we street kids took it out with each other, it would at least save them from deciding who to cow. Six and Bucks. It was in that dog-eat-dog world that the two of us met. Alright, so we're going to Six and Bucks Pass. More of it, yeah. And this should be Rena with the purple hair. I wonder how old I was back then. Ethnicity, Asian. Parentage, unknown. Taken in by a colony of beggars as a baby. That's me. The vagrants who took me in named me Six. I had been left in a basket, wrapped in an Essex t-shirt. Oh, even the brand Essex. Essex. The A had peeled off and was hard to make out, so they read it as Six. The rest is history. You mean, okay, so there's a A in the word six, but okay, the A was peeled, so just Six, alright? Then how did she get the name Rena? Was that named by Haruto or something like that? I think I remember Rena was not actually her real name, right? Yeah. And this is, oh, they look so cute together in the past. This is Bucks, right? Years later, I heard a rumor that Bucks' parents threw themselves off the office building they worked in, citing bankruptcy as their reason for committing suicide. Oh, sad case. At her age, she probably didn't understand what dying would mean. So out of fear, she simply answered that she didn't want to die. In that case, you're on your own now. That was what her father said when he abandoned her. Oh. Years later, I heard a rumor that Buck's parents threw themselves off their office building they worked in, citing bankruptcy as their reason for committing suicide. I thought we read this, okay. The newly orphaned Bucks couldn't exactly return to a normal life the next day, not after being abandoned by her parents. Wandering the streets, searching for places to shelter from the cold, wind and rain, she found that most spots had already been taken. Bucks had no idea what to do now that she was living on the streets. What? Bucks had no relatives at all? Like, her relatives didn't even care about her? One day, unable to stave off her hunger, Bucks was rifling through a trash can outside a coffee shop, unaware she was encroaching on another vagrant's territory. I ended up saving her from a bad beating. That was the first time I met her. So actually they first met not in the institute, but just in the streets. You know. So I wonder how they ended up in the institute. So basically, I was the one who gave her the name Bucks. It was short for the girl who got beaten up because half Bucks. Okay, that's kind of nice. The truth is, Bucks had her own name, but I advised her to forget her past as well as the name her parents had given her, so that she would fit in better with the other kids. So in Bucks' case, Maki is probably her real name.
過去や本名なんて誰も自分からは話さないし、誰も聞きたがらないよ。聞いたところで意味なんかないし、余計なトラブルに巻き込まれたくないしね。
That's true. Oh, look at this. They look so cute together, in the past. But then they went their separate ways, and I hope they do reconcile and reunite. Yeah.
だから今日からあん
Okay, just like that.
気に入らなきゃ自分で決めてもいいんだよ。名前なんてここじゃただの記号なんだからさ。
Just a cipher.
名前自分で決める？わかんない。そっか。わかんないなら後で決めればいいよ。とりあえず行くとこないならうちにおいで。大丈夫。なんとかなるし、なんとでもするからさ。
Yeah, so the thing about Maki saying that someone told me before about like you can decide later and all that thing, right? It's said by Rena, as confirmed here.
でも遠慮なんていらないよ。うちって言っても廃工場の階段下だし。それにいろんなやつがいるからみんなが助けてくれるって。なんか怖い。
Well, Bugs actually is a contrast to who she is today, right? Because in the past she was really shy. You can tell she was really shy. But now it's like, well, total contrast, the personality, which is not a surprise. I mean, if you remember the original Grisaia series, I remember Amane. She used to be kind of a shy girl too, the one who looks a bit geeky with the glasses. But then after that traumatic experience, she became all a bit like, I don't know, slutty, you know. So, personalities can change on a whim, you know.
平気だって。みんな不老者だから変に浮いたりもしないし。大丈夫。それでも不安だってんなら、あんたさ、私の妹になりなよ。そうすりゃみんな可愛がってくれるからさ。
Just like that. Kids are kids.
そう、シックスとバックス。名前も似てるしね。
Sound like real partners in crime, don't we? Well, in the original Japanese text, it doesn't literally translate as real partners in crime. It actually just means they sound similar. So I guess the English translators, they want to make it sound something more creative, so they put real partners in crime. I guess that kind of works. Yes, actually it works quite well because they are like partners in crime, right? Because so that's how the two of us, immigrant street urchins, met. The reality is, a lot of these kids don't live past the age of 10. And as their numbers grow, they are pushed into one of two jobs: prostitution or killing. Yeah, those who don't like having to tend to unfamiliar men day in, day out, well, their only choice is to kill unfamiliar men day in, day out. Bugs and I were no exception. Well, I thought being a hooker sounded cool, so I wouldn't have minded, but Bugs strongly disagreed. The idea totally freaked her out. It even made her cry. Okay, nothing left but to become murderers, huh? Well, that's what I thought, but that made Bugs wail just as much. You can't eat if you won't work though, and you can't survive without food. Starving brats like us only had the two choices: prostitution or killing.
心配ないって。私も一緒にやるし、ずっと一緒にいるからさ。
The question was what to become: a prostitute or an assassin. We wouldn't be in any mortal danger as hookers, but as assassins, we would be sent to a training facility, and our food, clothing, and shelter would be guaranteed. Whichever path we choose though, we will need a man to help us. A scout. Everything would hinge on the mood of the guy we spoke to, and his connections. There was only one job center on the street, and it was next to the elementary school. Shooting sidelong glances at the happy children leading more normal lives, we trudged along towards it. Those kids had no worries, no fear of what tomorrow would bring. I was abandoned at birth, so it didn't bother me much. But it only made Bugs miserable, since she knew what a normal life was like. Yeah, she had lived a normal life before her parents decided to just commit suicide, right? Perhaps shameful of her scruffy appearance, Bugs kept her head down. I still remember even now what Bugs mumbled in that moment. She raised her head and whispered so that only I could hear.
姉さん、あれ何？
Are? What are those?
ん？
Bugs' dull gaze was directed at a crowd of school children gathering around a food stand. Ah, eating tacos.
タコスだね。あんた、食べたことなかったっけ？そっか。
So you have eaten before? 6? Lucky for her, I had a little money on me. Not enough for one each, but maybe enough for one to share. We split in two.
お金ならあるよ。買おうか？うん、いい。いらない。
It's okay, Bugs, you can spoil yourself.
なんで？私たちこの後当分シャバには帰ってこれないんだしさ、最後になるかもしれないよ。
Yeah.
それでもいい。いらないから。
Nah, just buy it.
じゃあいっか。
So wait, in the end they never got to eat tacos. Maybe the present time will be the time where maybe can request Chris to cook tacos, and then Maki will be all teary and maybe, I don't know, that's just my prediction. Alright. At the time I thought she just was being a bit standoffish like usual. But now that I think about it, I reckon Bugs was embarrassed. The idea of sharing the same food as children who bathed every day and wore clean clothes, where she herself looked so scruffy and stank of shit, must have seemed unbearably humiliating to her. That never bothered me though. Even if someone looked at me with unambitious disgust, I wouldn't get angry. I realized that it was just how they were, that it was a kind of religion to them, and vitally important to their self-preservation. But Bugs was different. Looking at it in hindsight, it's clear that I said some really mean things to her. The job center was a short walk to the west, past the elementary school. Congregating inside the building were grown-ups who looked just as scruffy as we did, scrounging for day-to-day work. From among that sea of dead eyes, we received some blatant looks of pity. But those looks didn't mean a thing. It's not as if they were going to show us charity, and pity alone wouldn't alleviate our hunger. I would have felt more grateful if they had looked at me with indifference. Trying to avoid their gaze, Bugs and I went round behind the building. We entered a dark alley. It reeked of rotting food. As we made our way inside, we had to wade through all the rubbish that was strewn across the ground. As it got darker, I took Bugs' hand, since she was finding it harder to see where she was walking. There was no way but to go but forward. Oh, it looks really dark right here. At the end of the dim alleyway behind the building stood a man. He didn't look as shitty as I imagined. His suit might not have been that expensive, but it was a proper suit and he looked like your average businessman. The only clear difference was the malicious glint in his eyes. He looked at us like we weren't so much people like him, but products to be sold. When I told the man we wanted jobs, he examined us from head to toe like we were cattle at an auction, then replied, "Take off your clothes." Just like that. I took my clothes off right there and then, just as I was told, and Bugs did nothing but shudder, covering her chest with her arms. Seeing our reactions, he pointed at us in turn. "You'll be an assassin." Then he pointed at Bugs. "And you'll be a prostitute." Yeah, I think it's because only the brave ones, yeah, you'll be the assassin. Then the not so brave one, you'll be the prostitute. Figures. Huh? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Nah, they have a reason for that, no? According to this man, the sort of girl who obeys orders without question is naturally suited to be an assassin. And if she has to take her clothes off for anyone who asks, she won't be worth much as a hooker. But the kind of girl who freezes up when given a simple order and spaces out until she's pardoned or saved has no other option than to turn tricks. And anyone who dismisses an order or who changes their attitude after having it explained to them simply wouldn't be preferred for any such job. A girl like that will just cause trouble wherever she goes. He said our work began the moment we presented ourselves to him, to which I replied that Bugs and I wouldn't be separated. I suggested that I should become a hooker too, but the man gave me a flat-out no. A girl like me wouldn't last long in the business, he said. He was sure that I would either fall for John and stir up trouble, or John would fall for me and buy me off. I would be a hard sell. So that means there was no other cause but for Bugs to become an assassin. The man advised against that too. He told us that though it wasn't always the case, girls like Bugs tended to die on their first mission. Still, outstanding talents of her type do sometimes emerge, and a deal would be possible, provided she grew up a bit. Just because she's small, okay. Some buyers even went looking for that kind of stock.
どうする？マックス。
Come on, join me.
どうしよう。どうすればいい？
Well, join me. She was the kind of girl who couldn't really decide things for herself, instead relying on other people's judgment. I didn't necessarily believe that myself, but in the end Bugs chose the assassin's path just as I had. I didn't necessarily believe that. Wait. Why does these two lines seem exactly the same? Even the Japanese lines are like are exactly the same. The writer had some, I don't know, had some problems with the head or something, brain fart or what. But anyway, we may have become assassins, but that didn't mean we got work that very day. We were to receive 2 years of training before we would even be qualified to set foot out on the field. By training, I don't mean learning how to kill. The first year was dedicated solely to building basic body strength. Short and long distance running, digging holes and filling them back up again, swimming till we fainted, climbing stairs, playing basketball, using only our less dominant hands. We forced ourselves to work muscles people don't normally use. We spent every day tirelessly building up our strength, with no clue as to whether it would actually have any effect. Most people grumbled from the very first day of training. The ones who couldn't keep up after 3 days were deemed too weak, both physically and mentally, and were sent straight home. There weren't any kids there who would have breathed a sigh of relief at being allowed home. They wouldn't have been training with us if they had a home to return to. At first, when close to half the initial 200 trainees had dropped out, there was a rumor that those other kids became lab rats, but nobody really knew for sure. Lab rats. The training facility was already enough of a human testing ground as it was. Pushing yourself to your limits means just that. Torturing your body until you're inches from death, and forcing yourself back up again with the aid of drugs. Yeah, so they are subjected to drugs too. The only good thing about that place was the food. There, no one got angry at me for eating my fill. In fact, kids who wouldn't eat were force-fed. We were given these nutritionally enhanced meals, all of them laced with growth supplements meant to bulk us up. So at least as that, food is plentiful. Truth is, Bugs and I expanded at an alarming rate, and we were often plagued with growing pains of one sort or another, fevers, headaches, muscle pain, and creaking joints. But once this passed and we could move again, all of a sudden any exercise we used to struggle with, we were able to manage pretty easily. Everyone experienced these growing pains differently. While some kids' symptoms recurred every week, there were others who only felt them once a month. I was the former type. They hit me every week, on Thursdays. It was really tough until I got used to it. When I got the chills, it was like my body was being dipped in ice water. And no matter how much I rubbed my joints, I couldn't relieve myself of the pain in them. It got so bad at times that I couldn't stand up. My mind got all hazy. I would end up saying the same things over and over again. I would get angry or start crying out of the blue. It was a real emotional roller coaster. But you get used to even the most intense growing pains once you've been through them a few times. You build up a tolerance. They weren't too much of a burden when it came to everyday activities. I actually found that they upped my body strength. According to my instructor, I had reached peak physical condition. Even the wounds I got training each day healed in an instant because of the drugs. Kind of reminds me of the original Grisaia, Yuji also. Yeah, he was also subjected to drugs, right? So, yeah. Cuts I picked up in the morning will be completely healed over by nighttime. I really felt like I had magic regenerative powers. I was quickly transformed into a monster, but Buck stayed pretty average across the board. It wasn't as if she couldn't keep up with the daily training, but she had never be, or rather she would never be among the top scorers. The growing pain struck her once a month, and although she did get pretty tall, she didn't build very much muscle, but a lot of fats. Though it didn't necessarily stand as proof that the man behind the job center was right. The fact remained that, of the two of us, I was the one who stood out more at the training facility. Still, our time there was good. But after that 2-year stint at Handed, we began our trial period at Hollow House HQ, upon which the gap in our abilities became evident. Anyway, just now when I said fats, right, I mean the good fats, not the if you know what I mean. Being stationed at headquarters meant that you got a new name and identity, but they didn't have one conveniently prepared for everyone, of course. They gave preferential treatment to the high achievers. They gave me the social security number of a Fukami Rena, who had died in an accident along with her family. What? So it's like give the name of a dead person to another person? Okay.
ちょうどいいタイミングで女の子が一人死んでくれてラッキーだったな。自分で殺しに行かなくて済むだろ。
Okay. Ah, so that's how it works. If HQ don't have a suitable identity on hand for you, you have to work for it yourself. Bugs. What will you do? So that means her name, Bugs' name, Maki, I guess it's also not her real name. I'm not sure if the game will reveal her real name, but I guess Maki is someone that Bugs killed, so then stole the name from her. Anyway, back in the present.
つまりはそういうことだ。
Ah, so Maki is the one who's recapping all that. Okay, that's cool.
名前がもらえない成績劣等者は自分の名前を自分で手に入れなきゃなんねえ。正直ゾッとしたぜ。確かに人を殺すための訓練はしてきたさ。けど本当に人を殺すのなんて初めてだ。
Let me just take a look at this CG again. Alright.
私は名前を手に入れるために数人の劣等仲間と一緒に殺しに行った。誰もがこう焦ってた。一家の娘を殺したやつがそいつの名前をもらえるからだ。
Which is actually kind of sad, no? I mean, kill someone just to get a name.
けど世の中そうなんでも最初からうまくいくわけがねえ。勢い込んで標的の家に飛び込んだはいいな。相手の家族の父親から返り討ちにあって私を残して他の仲間は全員死んじまった。
Oh, father managed to kill everyone except her, Maki. Maybe Maki somehow managed to survive. I didn't think myself unlucky that the guy was armed. It was thanks to him that it turned into a shootout, and both sides were annihilated. Okay, so now this is Maki's perspective. All I did was go around shooting all the bodies with a 12 gauge to make sure that everyone was dead. The cleanup crew from HQ arrived just as I was shooting the daughter's corpse, and that's how I got the name Inohara Maki, through sheer opportunism. Kind of sad that. So we turned into a huge shootout back there with the father. In the end, she managed to achieve the target. Almost everyone, all but Maki died. So once you've killed someone, it's easy enough to pull the trigger a second time. The third is the hardest. Oh, but if you cross that hurdle, it just gets easier. Why is the third the hardest? Kill and then kill some more. Is it because it come back to haunt you? You keep killing and killing until you can do it automatically. Every day was like hell. It wasn't uncommon to find the friends you eat breakfast with coming back in body bags later that night. Those who made it back were the lucky ones. You can't leave bodies at the scene in our line of work. If bringing them back is too difficult, then it's standard practice to dispose of them there and then. Doing jobs like that over and over got us all twisted up inside. Nobody smiled anymore. There was no trace of childlike innocence left in us. We were mere tools for murder. Looking at the others, I used to think that I was different, that I wasn't like them. Thinking back on it now though, I acted like such a spoiled brat. I wouldn't mind punching my younger self in the face. I was a real piece of crap, barely able to do a thing on my own, but I had a big ego. Even after I was accepted into the institute, when my 3-month trial period was up, I didn't get much work. I actually received more when I was still on probation. While everyone around me took on more and more work, I struggled to make a name for myself. I ended up whiling away the days in utter indifference. But Six never blamed me for any of that. Making a name for yourself in the assassination business means you get more jobs, but it also brings more enemies, meaning you're more likely to bite it. Not much good comes of being well known in this trade. Things were particularly bad for the ones who looked cute. Though weak looking, wimpy kids had it even worse when they got trashed by their opponents. That's why it's okay for me to be cute, and for you to be wimpy, Six told me. Oh. Two years after registering with Polo House, kids who weren't blessed with big jobs got sold off. It wasn't practical for the institute to keep us on indefinitely if we weren't getting any decent work. The worst performers needed to make way for rising talent. You were able to guarantee your place by paying them a so-called membership fee, but that wasn't a very smart way of going about things. Maybe this membership fee is kind of expensive. Simply staying at the institute meant you rose up the ranks regardless of your actual performance, making it hard for them to sell you off on the cheap. From their perspective, it was better to sell us off quickly, rather than clog up their roster with expensive but unproductive kids. Goes without saying that Six and I were sold off too. Saying that there wasn't exactly a buyer lineup right away. That's where the auction house comes in, right? And there are conditions you have to meet if you're gonna be saleable as an assassin. First, you gotta be capable. With a bit of courage and the right skills, even complete amateurs can make convincing assassins. But while some people do manage it, you're inevitably a lot more desirable if you've graduated from some fancy training facility. So in the end, Six and Bucks didn't graduate from Hollow House. Okay. If you've got a company report detailing all of your strengths and weaknesses, you're simply more likely to find a buyer. Another quality that can make you more marketable as an assassin is a unique calling card. Even if you can't make people remember your name, you can still get work if your modus operandi stands out. And finally, you need luck. Even very big capable kids are sometimes left unsold for no apparent reason. Just because buyers just see one look, first impression, I don't like you. I don't care you're capable or not, I see you, I don't like you, that's it. I mean, judged by the appearance. It may surprise you, but not many of us were able to sell ourselves based on our looks. Yeah, of course. No matter how attractive you seemed, work would dry up in an instant if you weren't cut out for killing.
私とシックスは運悪く2年間売れ残っちまって2人とも同じようなタイミングで割引札を首から下げて業者オプションにかけられたってわけだ。
Wow, so both Six and Bucks never got sold for 2 years. them. So they just, for all these 2 years, they just been going from place to place, being sold at auctions, and at the same time also get discounted.
そしてたまたまオークションに参加してたあんたが偶然6を落札した。
Oh, so Maki was there too when she saw Rena getting bought by Haruto. So Maki did remember him. Okay, I remember. Rena was still quite young when I bought her, and she was made fun of by a lot of the guys when I took her out into the field with me. I made her wear makeup and a black suit so she would at least look the part. It was a bit of a pain explaining who she was before she got her sword credentials.
久しぶりに会った6を見て思ったよ。ああ、ちゃんとした組織に変われたんだなってよ。そうやってオークションの初日にさっくりと売れていった6に比べて、私はその後も売れ残っちまった。
Well, in the end, you still got bought, but not by a reputable organization. I don't mean to brag, but I had the body strength, and I could hold my own in a fight. But the kicker was how shit I am when it comes to handling guns. Whenever I try to aim, memories of my first job flash through my head, and I miss. The only way I can get by is to shoot without aiming first, but people are rarely dumb enough to just lie down and let you put holes in them. That's why I've developed a shooting style that amounts to just firing at them non-stop till I landed a hit. Yeah, I know those kind of... Actually, you know what's the best weapon for Maki? Machine gun. Just take the machine gun, spray the bullets, bang! Yeah, that's actually totally her style. Well, she needs to learn how to use a machine gun first though. An assassin who can't shoot is worse than a teetotaler running a liquor store. It was a no-brainer that I would be left behind. There was no choice for me but to live hand to mouth, taking the same petty jobs I used to get. In this day and age, it's a piece of cake to pick up a self-professed hitman on the net for next to nothing. I wouldn't sell even at a discount. There was nothing for them to do but shove me in the bargain bin. And then, that's when he comes in. The old man who bought me belonged to the Russian mafia. It was a mystery to me why this old man, who seemed to have lost his hold on the organization, would want to buy a girl like me. Maybe because she reminds him of his daughter? Maybe? He said he did it on a whim, but I think it was more about having something to show off, to help recover some of his lost pride by taking me in. Okay, that too. But that didn't matter. It was enough that he needed me, and he was the only one who did. I was convinced that I would do anything for Master, and I did. I didn't give a damn about morality or my humanity. I would stab people in the back like it was nothing, and I never once grumbled about my lot either. As long as I got the job done, nobody had a word to say in complaint. If I wound up spilling a lot of blood, it would just reflect well on Master. Nikolaevich has a formidable assassin working for him. As rumors like that began to circulate, I started working under different names. As I gained in notoriety, I got targeted more often by idiots trying to make a name for themselves. Whenever that happened, it made it harder for me to stay by Master's side. To keep my name separate from my preferred MO, it was important that my enemy's impression of me remained fuzzy. I had to be strong to survive on my own. I didn't need 6 by my side to get by anymore. I still thought about her whenever I was lost, though, or when I was going through tough times. I would wonder what she would do in my situation, or if we switched places. The fact that even someone as hopeless as me could get the job done, come home, and expect praise from Master, that gave me the energy to carry on in the shitty world. Well, if they switch places, then I think, you know, Rena would totally be loyal to that criminal organization, right? And Maki would be totally loyal to Haruto, yeah. So it just works that way. But fate has it that Rena works for Haruto and Maki works for Nikolaevich, but now that Nikolaevich dead, hey, the fate can change. Rena and Maki can be together again.
それがどうだ、あのじじい。てめえだけ先にぽっくりと落ちにやがって。やっぱ世の中クソだな。
That's why you've got me. So that's why it's your decision whether you want to follow me or what you're gonna do. I might be mistaken, but I think Rena's been worried about you too. Ever since I bought her. She cried loads at the time and asked me if I couldn't buy the both of you together. Oh, she said that, okay. But as you know, assassins from Holo don't come cheap. I had used all of the savings I had just to buy Rena. Poor Haruto. I couldn't put down the money for both of you. I still had some faint hope of buying you when I went back to the auction the following year, except you had already been sold by then. Well, now you got the chance to buy her. I wonder where you got the money this time. Maybe from Sengoku, I guess, because Sengoku is okay with, you know, Haruto buying her, so yeah, it's all up to Haruto, right? Rena kept an eye out for any news of you, but there was no easy way of discovering your whereabouts since your job required you to change your name so often. So in the end, Haruto does know about Maki. Yeah, so okay. She always said that being an assassin wasn't really for you, and that it would be wonderful if you could get a clean slate and just live a normal life.
だからなんだよ。別にそのことで恨んじゃいねえし、私は私で誰に心配される必要もなく、一人でちゃんとやってきたから、今ここでこうなってんだろうが。
Yeah, you're right.
どいつもこいつも私を見りゃ大丈夫、なんとかなるって。私はそんなに頼りねえか。てめえのことぐらいてめえで決めるっつうの。
Yeah, and I've been telling you to do that how many times now, you dummy? Yeah, I'm telling you to decide on your own right now. Why are you still not making your decision? You still tell all this long story. but I'm glad for the backstory.
はあ?
Ha! In the end, you're still being indecisive. You haven't made your decision yet. You're not even listening to me. Instead, you're getting carried away, telling me your entire life story. You see, Haruto, yeah, see, Haruto knows, no? I don't give a shit about your past, no? You wonder if you're okay the way you are? It's talk like this that makes everyone so worried about you.
てめえこの野郎。おい、今すぐほどけ。ぶん殴ってやる。
See? Now she's being a bit tsundere. You know what it is? You're the kind of girl who just won't cotton up to a thing unless you have it all spelled out for you. I get it now.
てめえに私の何がわかるってんだよ。ぶっ殺すぞ。
Throw your brains out. Hey Maki, be my bitch. Oh, be my bitch.
嫌だ。ふざけんな。
Oh, shut up. You think you've still got a right to refuse at this point?
くそ。
If you promise not to fight back or kick up a fuss, I'll let you out of those restraints, okay?
ここから出した途端に逃げ出すかもしれないぜ。
Escape? Where? Yeah, where? You can run away if you've got somewhere to go. As long as you didn't antagonize us, we wouldn't chase after you either. I will give you the freedom to do that much at least. Think about it though. You're better off staying here, wouldn't you agree?
私、あんたのことなんか嫌い。あんたのそばにいるのなんか嫌。
You just hit that nobody's being nice to you. I'm now being nice to you. But, you know, it's that or it's trouble of a different sort. Take your pick. Is it really that hard to choose? That kind of hurts my feelings. Oh, now Maki's hungry. Yeah, we have a feast coming right up. Chris cooking, you know? You want to join in? You're hungry, right? Why don't you think of it after having a bite to eat? You'll just end up depressing yourself further if you try mulling it over on an empty stomach. Everyone's sober in the student dorms, waiting for dinner. Come join them, Maki. Come on! Oh, maybe it's a bit too soon for me to be calling you Maki. Shall I call you Bucks then? Maki-chan? How about Maki-chan? I don't much like adding chan to the end of the girls' names though. It feels kind of infantilizing. You know, something strikes me of Haruto. He likes to be sarcastic at times. Okay, now I know.
Maki でいい。
Or how about I switch them around? Right! From now on, you can be Chan Maki!
マキでいいって言ってんだろうが。
Yeesh, you don't have to get so worked up about it. Anyway, nice meeting you, Maki. Oh, you can call me Haruto. That's what everyone apart from Rena calls me. Huh? Now, I'll give you back your watch as promised.
Ah.
It really is important to you, huh?
いや、どうかな。
Oh, now she has second thoughts? Alright, let's join in. Oh, we're still going to the past, alright.
マキ、まず最初にお前にはこれをやろう。
Okay, so we go into the scene where Alexei gives her the watch.
これは
これは私が長男に与えた時計なんだがね。あの子はもう死んでしまった。代わりにお前が使ってくれ。
Oh, so now, okay, so he's giving the watch that he gave to his eldest son to Maki, so like treating her as a family, part of the family too.
大切なものなのでは。
そうだ、大切だ。だからお前に渡すのだ。私はもう老眼がひどくて腕時計を見るのが億劫でね。お前はその時計をいつも腕に巻いて、私が「おい今何時だ?」と聞いたら、お前が私の代わりに時計を見るんだ。いいね。
これは高価なものですね。
そうだな。金に困ったら売るといい。少しは身動きが取れる金になるだろう。
私の仕事を思えばもっと安価なもので十分です。それに時計よりも銃をください。多分私はそっちの方が上手に使えます。
いいから持っておきなさい。いいかねマキ。その時計は毎日ゼンマイを巻かないと止まるし、毎日時間を合わせないとすぐに来る。時間に縛られたくない人間には一番邪魔なものだ。
So it's to like test Maki's patience.
けれどそういった不便で邪魔なものがないと便利で必要なもののありがたみがわからなくなる。
Makes sense, you know, makes sense.
若いうちは叱ってくれる人間のありがたみなんてわからんのと同じだ。
Well, Alexei may be might be a criminal syndicate, you know, I mean, leader of a criminal syndicate, but you know, when people get old, they tend to get wiser, so, you know, words like this, you know.
聞く気のない耳にくどくどと何度も説明する手間を思えば、時計一つでそれを分かってくれるなら安いものだよ。
そうです。
ピンとこんか。まあそうだろうな。
Oh, not kicking.
最初は高価な時計を贈られたことの意味なんてわからないかもしれない。言葉通り困った時に売ってしまうかもしれない。しかしそれならそれでいい。それは時計を売らなければいけないようなピンチから脱することで、その時計を持っていたことに意味があったということだ。
More than worth carrying out. Yeah, true. Like, I mean, yeah, because you have something is available after all, right? So,
しかしできることなら 何事もなくその時計と長く付き合ってもらいたい。
Yeah, because it's a precious gift from your master.
長い人生の中で傷だらけになり、くたびれて正確さをなくし始めた時計を見て何を思う。その答えこそが機械式時計の価値だ。そろそろ新しいのに変えようと思うこともある。直して使い続けようと思うこともある。その答えこそがその人間の生き様の本質だったりもするのだよ。
So basically, if you're dedicated, if you're willing to survive, you keep this watch, for as long as you can, right? Otherwise, if you just easily give it up, it means it's the same with your life. You're willing to just give it up, right?
よくわかりません。
I can understand.
私が死んだ後はその時計を見て考えなさい。これからどう生きていくのかということを。正しいことをしても間違ったことをしていても、私はその時計と一緒にずっとお前を見ている。
Even him from the heavens.
お前が死んでその時計のネジを巻く者がいなくなった時、時計と一緒に私の魂も役目を終えてお前と共に行くだろう。
Wow, such wise words from Alexei,
だからそれまでに自分のしたいことを見つけなさい。それが私の最後の命令になるだろう。
And just like that, he has given his final order. What's wrong?
いや、ちゃんと動いてるなってさ。
Oh, Maki was supposed to say something here, right? But seems that there's no voice over here. Oops. They missed out a voice over here. Oops, for Maki. Well, let's see if I can talk in Chinese. I mean in Japanese, I might say. これもらったとき、なんかいろいろ言われた気がするけど、私頭悪いからさ、やっぱわかんねえよ、マスター。there we go. 泣いてんの？ Are you crying?
泣いてねえし、泣くわけねえし。
Fasten it properly to your wrist. You don't want to lose it.
言われなくてそうするっつうの。
I have no idea what Maki is reminiscing about as she gazes at that old watch. Well, Alexei, of course. I'm sure something's tugging at her heartstrings though. A sudden memory of her master's kindness, perhaps. I don't think his death has quite sunk in yet. I doubt she ever thought she would cry over the death of her master. And I don't imagine she would think it at all heartless not to break down in tears. But when she spoke just now, I could hear her voice breaking. Hear her sobbing. What do you think I felt seeing her like that? At the time I was so freaked out by her reaction, I wanted nothing more than to kick the shit out of that giant ass of hers. Okay. How long are you gonna keep crying for? Now Haruto has made his stand. Maki's master and I are nothing alike. I won't be that soft on her. But that's fine. I'm sure Maki would prefer it that way. I can't prove that, of course. I just did what I thought was best. That's all it was.